the light, I shine. They need the light, I shine. They need the light, I shine. They hunting my kind.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I just wanted to quickly introduce the video and let you guys know that I'll be reinstalling this Isee hair unit. And yeah, I hope you guys find this useful. So as you guys can see from this clip, I'm using my black ebon spray and I'm just trying to spread it out quite thinly with my finger. And I'm using my blow dryer on the cool setting until it gets tacky. I like to do 3 layers and that gives me about, I don't know, 2 to 3 days hold. And yeah, I really like this spray. I'm just not really a fan of glue. I find it really messy and we just don't get on. So these sprays work really well for me. As you'll see, I've now got my rat tail comb and I'm just testing to see whether the spray is tacky yet. It doesn't really feel very tacky, so I'm going to go back in with another layer of the lace spray. I do normally do 3 layers of this and it's really hot in the UK at the moment, so I feel like 3 layers will give me a really good hold. That string that you just saw in that clip is basically what I would want all over the hairline. Is when it gets like really tacky and stringy is when you'll be ready to put the lace down. So yeah, I'm just going to go back in with my blow dryer and repeat the process again. So here I am back again with my rat tail comb again, just trying to press it in and see whether it's tacky enough for me to lay down my lace yet. It seems okay, it seems like it's just about ready. So I'm going to pull my wig forward now and try and like really get it positioned really well on the lace and on my hairline to a place where I'm really happy with it. I try to get it as close to where I've put this lace spray as possible, so that I don't have to do that much cleanup, but just not so that it's like on my forehead, if that makes sense. So just a happy medium between in front of my hairline and not all the way down by my eyebrows. So I'm just pressing and using my rat tail comb again to just press in the lace into the spray, but just making sure that I've positioned it exactly where it needs to be. Yeah, just really important that it's like in the right place, because obviously having to move it and switch it around is a lot more tricky once it's in that spray. So I'm just using my comb again to press that lace down into the spray, and I'm going to put my melt band on and just make sure that I get a really good melt with this lace. I think something I forgot to do was to tint the lace before I put it on. I didn't really match it to my forehead, but it's fine. Like with a bit of makeup at the end, like we fix all of that. But I definitely think it would have been a better melt if I had tinted the lace before applying it to my head. I'm now just going in with some spritz because the TikTok girl said that spritz is the way forward, it's the way, the truth and the life. And if you want the ultimate melt, ebon and spritz is the way to go. And to be honest with you, they ain't wrong, they onto something, because this wig is still on my head. That I did that install on Monday, I believe, and it's Friday, and that hair, it don't move. So yeah, I'm literally, and it's been hot this week, so it is doing really well. Yes, I'm putting on my lace band now, my melt band now, and I feel like it is coming together. Like I'm looking at it and it's not looking bad, so we move. So yeah, my melt band is on, and I'm now gonna proceed to trying to get apart and then defining the curls, which is the best bit. So this is an extra step. I feel like it's pretty much optional because we know that the spray underneath is quite dry. But just now that I've put the spritz on, I sometimes like to just go in again with my hair blow dryer on cool and just have another go at it with my blow dryer and just make sure that it's really dry and melting in nicely. So I've now blow dried that spritz on my hairline. I'm now going to go in and try and part my hair. in a place where I think I'll be happy with it. Initially, I was going to try and do like a kind of flip over, like more effortless look, but I kind of changed my mind once I'd started the install. So I decided to go in for like a C part. I'm really struggling to part this hair. It's really quite sad, but I find side parts quite hard to do, or harder to do than obviously like your standard bust down middle part. So I'm still learning, but I think it turned out okay in the end. I got there in the end. I just tried to follow my eyebrow, and yeah, like we made it work. We made it do what it do. So yeah, I'm just trying to sort out my part, and it did take me a while. Like I want to say like a good 10 minutes for me to be like, okay, yeah, it's giving. So I did cut out a lot of the footage of me trying to part my hair out, but we move. So it looks like I finally realised that's pretty much as good as that parting's gonna get. So I'm now going in with my wax stick. This is the Ebin wax stick. It literally smells like strawberries. It's so nice. And then I'm obviously gonna hot comb my hair with the wax on it to get that really nice melt, make it really flat, and so that it can actually look like it's giving scalp. And yeah, I like this step. I really like the way the hot comb transforms the top of the wig. I absolutely love this. Just look at that. I just love the hot comb. I love this one by Papa Chichi. I love how hot it gets. We're talking 260. And if you're in the UK, you know that most hot tools only go up to 230. So that extra 30 degrees that is on the hot comb really, really, really makes a difference to my installs, I've noticed. I know that I could have gone in on the other side and flattened that a bit as well, but I really wanted quite a lot of volume on the other side, so I didn't bother to do that. But obviously, if you wanted a bit of a flatter part, then obviously you could go in and kind of just part basically across the whole closure. But yeah, as I said, I wanted a lot more volume, so I didn't bother to do that. But yeah, look how good that is looking already. Period. If you know me and you know about my hair, you know how to play my hard comb, baby. That step is essential. Essential step. So I'm now going in with my 10-in-1 leave-in conditioner. This wasn't a must. If the hair wasn't feeling particularly dry or anything, I feel like it was just a bit of an extra step, just because I really liked the way it felt on another unit. But really and truly, the main event in this kind of defining process is water. Water all day. So yeah, obviously, I think I mentioned in the intro, I had already deep conditioned this hair in silicone mix, so it was already feeling like butter anyway. But like I said, the main event is water for this defining process. The leave-in conditioner it's not a must. It's okay if I'd like to, but it's not a must. So I'm just using water now to basically saturate the hair, and this is literally just so important. Like you want your hair to not be dripping, but you want it to be really, really well saturated. You'll see in a minute what I mean, because it's just so important for the detangling process, and just the way that you're going to define the curls for the hair to be quite wet. So yeah, you're going to see how I do that in a minute. I'm going to get my Denman style brush and literally just starting from the tips all the way to the top of the hair, I'm going to be just brushing it through and really trying to get those curls super, super, super defined. Really, really juicy curls are the way to go. So I think I also mentioned in the intro that this hair texture is actually supposed to be kinky curly, but from the way I kind of define the curls, it's definitely giving more of a deep wave. But I actually love that. I love this hair. I love the versatility. Like I could have literally just gone out with it as big and like dry in its dried state, and it would still look absolutely fine. And obviously here I am defining the curls, so literally it's just completely up to you. I actually really like the kind of big undefined look as well, so you've got that versatility there. But yeah, now I'm just going in with some more water, and that just goes to show you like how much water I'm talking about. Like you need the hair to be wet, But are you seeing these curls? Like, they look so good. They look so pretty. And yeah, like I said, I'm just going back in with my brush to go through and define. And then I think I'm also going to reach for my John Frieda Frizzies serum shortly. And I'm going to use that to just add that to the wet hair. I think that step's really, really important because when it dries, it's not giving frizz. It's giving juicy, moisturized, defined curls. So as you can see, I'm really focusing my attention on the bottom, curving my brush around, and that's where you're going to get that deep curl kind of look. You can see it kind of forming ringlets at the bottom, and then now I'm scrunching the hair upwards. You can use your diffuser for this, but I prefer to let it air dry. And yeah, like the finished product is, that's what's up. So yeah, here I am with the frizzies. Like I mentioned, I love, love, love this product. Just a pea-size amount. Rub my palms together and just run it through my hair. Realistically, I probably should have done it before I brushed it, but it's fine. I don't really like to rake any additional products through the hair once I've defined the curls, but I did on this occasion. But don't be like me. Just when you wet the hair, then put it in and then define. So I'm going to repeat this step on the other two sections, and yeah, I'll let you guys just kind of watch what I'm doing. But yeah, I love, love, love how when you define the curls using these steps, how they turn out. The curl pattern is crazy. It's so pretty. And I just wanted to say that when you finish defining the curls, don't touch it. If you're gonna let it air dry, like don't be raking your fingers through it or anything else. Just kind of let it dry undisturbed. And it just looks so much better at the end. So I've now removed my lace band. I'm going in with these pencil straighteners to kind of just do a little something something with this baby hair. Like I said, with the lace, I could have definitely tried to tint it beforehand, because as you can see, it would have given me a much better melt along the hairline if I just tinted it a little bit before. But I'm going to sort that last bit out with some makeup at the end. I'm overall quite happy with the melt, so it's fine. So to lay down that little baby hair that I've just added, I'm just using some mousse, the argan oil mousse, to just lay that down. Normally I'd use Eco Styler gel, but I think I'd left it upstairs and I was installing my hair downstairs. So I was just using the mousse because it was there. But if I was you, I would use, don't be like me. If I were you, I would definitely reach for Eco Styler gel because it doesn't leave the hair hard or anything. It's got a good enough hold, but it's not too heavy, not too light. I feel like sometimes mousse can be a little bit too wet to work with and doesn't necessarily give me the baby hair finish that I like. Since installing this, I've actually cut these a little bit shorter. They were giving adult hairs, so I have actually trimmed them a little bit and neatened them up a lot more since doing this install, but they're definitely a lot more fluffy, and I just wanted to do the one. I didn't want to do too much. And yeah, I liked how it turned out. So I'm just playing around with it, making sure it's not too thick and it's not looking too crazy, because come on, like, it's not every day OTT. What am I even saying right now? It's not every day over the top baby hairs. Like, come on. Like, plus it's hot outside. I don't need my baby hairs to be doing the most. So, plus I'm not even that good at them. Like, look at how long it's taking me to do one baby hair. And you want me to do more? Stop it. So I'm now going in with my spritz and just trying to add a little bit to just really get that ultimate melt on the hairline. I want it to be extra, extra, extra melted. So I've just gone back in again with it, and I'm going to use that to lay those little edges on the lace and then also set the baby hairs in place as well. It's not looking bad, but again, I definitely could have done with tinting the lace beforehand. But even without tinting the lace, that's still a pretty good melt, I would say. So I'm going to go back in again with my lace band, and then I'm making sure to obviously brush out the melted lace as well, because I don't want the hairs to kind of just be sitting on it, because it just looks weird. So yeah, I'm going to put my band back on, and then we'll see what the finished product is looking like soon. But yeah, I'm just choosing any areas where the lace isn't quite flat and just trying to get that melt using the spritz rather than going back in with the lace spray, because I also feel that when I use the lace spray on top of the lace, it can sometimes get quite white when I remove the lace band. So I don't really like doing it that way. Yeah, I don't like that. So yeah, once I'm satisfied with the amount of spritz that I've used, I'm going to go back in and put my band on, and then we will see where we are. So I've spent some time going back over my baby hairs, which I did feel was quite important. Like I said, I'm no expert, but I just don't want them to be stuck to my head. I don't want them to be too thick. I just wanted them to be just right. So I'm just spending some time perfecting that edge as well on the closure. And then yeah, eventually I'm gonna leave it alone and put my lace band back on. Not me going back in with my spritz jar, but also as well, I feel this is a really important thing to mention, that I've obviously gone in with a lot of spritz here, and as you'll see at the end, like even when I put as much spritz, as much as I put on loads of spritz, it doesn't turn the lace white. So it's just a really important step. So I'm going to put back on my lace band and go off and do my makeup, and then we're going to see what it looks like. Woo, baby. She's back, baby. She's back, baby. So I've obviously done some finishing touches. I've applied some concealer to the part area, just a little bit more powder on my forehead. And the melt is impeccable, to be quite honest. I really hope I blended that harsh line on my face, but we move. So yeah, just some clips of the final product. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one.
They need the light I shine. They need the light I shine. They need the light I shine. They hunting my kind.